cold start season is upon us, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with today's video, and I'll tell you why it sounded like my truck hadn't been started in about 4 days. So while this thing sits here and warms up, I'll tell you guys why it sounded like it hasn't been started in 4 days and why there's a Ford in my backyard. Now, y'all know we're putting the new motor in it this week. Well, we were supposed to start putting it in on Thursday, and my friend who's helping us, he kind of had a family medical emergency and we weren't able to get in his garage, so we're going to start this Tuesday. Today is Sunday. We're going to rip this motor out on Tuesday and get started putting the new one in. Now, the reason that I honestly have not started this truck in 4 days is the water pump finally shit out. It had been leaking for a little while, and I said I'm not messing with it. I'm not messing with it. We're putting a new motor in it. It's not worth it. I'll just drive it till we get to, limping along to the point where we're putting the new motor in it. And on Wednesday, I was pulling my boat to the shop to get it winterized, because we had our first hard freeze last night here in Virginia, and the water pump, the weep hole in it, it blew out. It's done. I mean, the water pump is toast. So of course I can't really drive it until we put the new motor in it. And of course I'm not going to put the brand new water pump that we have for the new motor on this motor when we're getting ready to put a new motor in it. That's kind of ridiculous. So that's why this has been sitting for days, and that's why I've got a Ford, because the Ford is the temporary vehicle for me to drive until we get to where I can put the new motor in the truck, which, like I said, will be Tuesday. Let's go in here to the garage, and I'll tell you guys about the new motor, where we're at, and just the last minute parts that I've got in for it. So as you can see, the new motor is gone. I already took it over to the shop on Wednesday and dropped it off, so it'll be there and ready for us this week. Today I need to load up the last cylinder head, because we were waiting for those dowel pins so I could put the other cylinder head on. So I need to take that over there. There's a couple things. Rocker arms need to go over there. Everything needs to be, that we're going to need on Tuesday to finish putting together the motor, so that way when we rip the old one out, we can put the new one in. And I'm going to take everything else, like the headers and everything, over there on that this coming Wednesday. So as far as parts that came in, the high flow cats are right here, and get them out of the box. From Flowmaster, high flow cat. Alright, so I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, we need to replace the oil pump in the motor, and I started going back up with it, and it was like the last thing on my mind. Everything I was dealing with, putting it all together, and I have no idea why it didn't dawn on me to replace the oil pump in it. And we drop it off, and we're talking, and I'm like, well, shit. So the good thing is it's not hard to replace. I'll just take the the oil pan back off and the cover and all that, and we'll put a new one in it. And 2 days shipped it from Texas Speed. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, so it'll be here in time for Tuesday for us to go ahead and finish putting the motor together. So no big deal there. Got the GM, the high performance one, on the way. So we're set as far as the oil pump goes, and that's really it. That's the last piece. I have already looked into different intake manifolds. I do not want to drop the $1,500 on the Fast LSX intake manifold and the Nick Williams throttle body, because $1,500, that's a lot of money. I think I might have found a setup that's going to allow us to use the factory throttle. Here's the thing is you can get cheaper cable driven throttle bodies, but of course my truck is the fly by wire, so I've got to find something that's fly by wire. And anything that is like the Nick Williams one is ridiculously expensive. It's like $600, and it's just not worth it. You may gain 20 horsepower from it, and it's not worth $1,500. 20, 30 horsepower, it's not. But I might have found an option to be around $600. We're going to stick with the factory throttle body, of course, ported out and all that. But I've got to look into that. That's going to be later down the road. I'm not going to have that here in time when we put the motor in. But the gist of it is, it's going in this week. I'm going to do the build series on it, you know, from Tuesday night. We're going to rip it out. The plan is Tuesday to have it out, Tuesday night, completely out of the truck. Then Wednesday, because I can only work half a day Tuesday on it. Wednesday, I'm going to have the whole day to work on it. First things first, we're going to pull it out of the shop. We're going to pressure wash the engine bay. It's dirty from leaking coolant and oil and all the other junk in there. So that needs to be cleaned out, completely cleaned out. Any type of rust that I see in there, I'm going to go ahead and spray it and shoot it, make sure it's all nice and pretty in there. Then we'll put it back into the shop and start working on putting the new motor in it. And I'll be honest with you, I really think we'll have the motor in there Wednesday. You know, we're taking out a 5.3 and putting a 5.3 back in it. You know, it's really not going to be hard. So plan is have it out by Tuesday and have it in by Wednesday night. I don't know if we'll get it to the point where it's ready to be started on, we can start it up on Wednesday, but we'll definitely start it up on Thursday if not. So we'll see. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it hard and try to get it all buttoned up because I have to work this weekend. So that being said, since I have to work this weekend, we will not be at the shop to tune it until, and I've got to call the shop because the holiday, the next week is Thanksgiving. And I got to see maybe if we can work out that Saturday after Thanksgiving, but if he's closed for the holidays, there's nothing I can do. So I might have to go down on a day of that week, but I still have to call and see. I wanted to, he said don't bother calling until we make sure that this motor's going to work and everything's not leaking. So I'll figure out when the exact day is we're going to have it tuned, but you guys know to break it in, I'm going to run it on the stock injectors and all that so we can get it broke in and get it set for the tune. But that's about what I wanted to tell you guys, give you guys an update. You know, that's also a reason why I haven't uploaded anything for the past week, was because, for one, the truck went down, and two, we didn't really get started on the motor when I wanted to get started on the motor. So that's about it. So stay tuned to the channel. Hit that subscribe button if you just found us. We got the new motor going in soon. Drop any comments you got down below. I'm excited. So I'm going to try to keep up with the video. I'm going to be busy, but I'm going to try to upload them the day after that I film them. So say I film pulling it out Tuesday, I'm going to do my best to get the video up Wednesday of us pulling it out and, you know, on down the line. So I'm going to do my best to keep up with that. I took next Friday off, so I'll have a day off there that I can get it into the exhaust shop and you know, get the exhaust all worked up and everything. So appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, drop any comments you got down below. Go follow me over on Instagram at Austin04_Z71. Any questions or comments you got, you can hit me up in the DMs. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a great day.